Welcome back. Well, one of the things going against us as we age is gravity. Our skin, amongst other things, starts to sag. So joining us with some facial rejuvenation and body contouring techniques to combat looking older is Dr. Rita Sabetti with Forever Young Anti-Aging and Weight Loss Center. Good morning to you, Dr. Sabetti.
Good morning to you too.
Good to see you. Okay, so you got to fill us in. I think right now is a great time to pay attention to our skin, things that have been bothering us. We can have downtime if we need it. But what's new in the world of anti-aging?
So anti-aging is always about taking care of your skin and doing treatments to help boost collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid. But what it comes down to is a lot of times we have bone breakdown. So patients come in wanting to, and their main concern is nasolabial folds or marionette lines. And the number one comment that I get is I look tired, or patients tell me I look mean when I'm not mean at all. And so when we are addressing these concerns, we're trying to really replace the bone loss that they're experiencing as they age. So for instance, as we get older, we have bone breakdown. So our temples break down, this area breaks down, we lose our jawline. And so what happens is we start feeling like our face is kind of collapsing inward. And we just look tired and just stressed. And so by targeting certain areas with dermal fillers, we can really help just make the patient look more open-eyed, rested, fuller face, and just youthful in general. So if you notice these patients, so the face is so we replace bone loss in the temple area, around the cheeks, and the jawline and the chin. And so without looking overdone, she looks at least 5 years younger.
Yeah, don't you think that sometimes when you do facial rejuvenation, even if it's just a spa-like treatment, or if it's fillers or whatever is the best thing for your face, you look like you're rested and just a little bit younger?
Yes, and a lot of patients are concerned about looking overdone.
Yeah.
It's not about looking overdone. Back in the day when I first started, it was all about plumping up the cheeks and people look like chipmunks, right?
Yes.
Now, all about replenishing bone loss. So again, the temples, when you inject dermal fillers in the temples area, the eyes look more open. When you inject the cheeks, you can actually address the nasolabial folds without even going in there. I mean, that's the last thing I do. I don't even go into the nasolabial folds to fix that. By lifting up the cheeks, you're addressing that concern, as well as the marionette lines, the jawline. When you fill in the jawline, look, a chin. So this is what the patient looked like a few years ago. We're not doing anything that's not natural looking. She just had bone loss, and we replenished that bone loss with dermal filler.
Beautiful. Well, and I think that's exactly what you're speaking to, is exactly what people want. They want to look like themselves, not like a new face. They want to look like themselves, just 5-10 years younger.
Mm-hmm. I just had fillers done. I'm kind of bruised up, so don't mind me. This is kind of typical. I'm bruised up here, a little bit in the lip area. But I mean, just a few days of downtime, that's all it takes. The procedure takes less than an hour. And it's just the easiest, best way that I found to really turn back the clock.
Look at this. So discuss what you did here for this before and after.
So this was a combination of PDO threads and filler. So we inserted threads to lift up the nasolabial folds, and then we just injected dermal filler in the tear troughs, which is right underneath the eye.
I mean, you can really see it, even just how it almost looked like she's frowning a little bit in the before, and all that is gone.
The face has a natural tendency of wanting to collapse inward. And so by working on these areas of the frame of the face, you are just kind of restoring that I describe it as think of your face as a table and your skin is the table cover, right? So
Yeah.
as we age and we're losing these areas, what's happening is that the skin is just kind of looking like it's collapsing inward, right? It's bunching inward. And so by working on those areas, we expanded right back outwards and the patient looks happier, rested, less stressed.
And I love that you did that because, you know, we've all done that in the mirror where we're like, just a little bit right here. What is, though, I want you to describe, what is MSculpt Neo and the Emcella? Because I know you're going to be doing a webinar on these.
Yes, MSculpt Neo is the latest technology that has come to the market. It is MSculpt, which a lot of people are already aware of MSculpt. MSculpt only addressed muscle. The burning of the fat reduction was a side effect of building muscle. MSculpt Neo addresses permanent fat loss as well as building muscle. 25% more muscle mass and up to 30% fat reduction, which is permanent.
Wow.
This is just we're the only practice in all of Wisconsin to have this. We're probably one of 8 practices in the entire country, 8 to 10 practices in the entire country that even have this. I mean, this is the latest thing. And you know, I'm a tech junkie and I have to have the latest and the greatest. And then the Emcella chair, great for sexual function and urinary incontinence. 30 minutes is equivalent to 20,000 Kegel exercises. So who doesn't want that?
Absolutely. I mean, these are all things you're going to talk about in your webinar. So I want to make sure I give everybody the information. It was so good to see you, Dr. Sabetti. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Forever Young is having a free webinar. It's Wednesday, December 16th. It's at 5 o'clock. It's for an hour and a half. They're going to demo the MSculpt Neo, and then there's also a raffle. The winner, get this, is going to receive 4 MSculpt Neo treatment sessions of one area, so your stomach can look like that. Dr. Borison, who is another practitioner, will also be talking about gut health during that time. You can also email them with general questions that you would like them to discuss. That email address is on your screen. It's office@foreveryoungwisconsin.com. They've got 2 locations, one in Elm Grove and one in Shorewood. And if you want to attend the webinar or if you've got any other questions, just call or text them. Here's the number. It's 414-617-0589.